Hey, welcome back, guys. So, in the last session, we created our menu, we styled it, so it's looking very good. And if we click on the zero, it goes to a hero. That's what this tutorial is about. Now, this menu, apart from that, it doesn't actually do much, and that's because we don't have any content to actually be switching between. So, today we're actually going to expand this a bit so that we create two new components which will display the main content of our information over here. Without any further ado, let's get straight into it. So we want to go back into Visual Studio Code. And do you remember how to create a component? Yes, that's right. So what we can actually do is just clear the screen down and let's create a new component. So ng generate component, and we're going to call this one home. So it'll be our home component. And now that that component is created, we see there's a new home tab. If we look at it, it says home works. And what we want to do is this information we actually want to show the user when they first land on the web page or come to our website. So all the content which is here in this body tag, we're actually going to take what's inside the body tag. So let's cut all of their content and we're going to replace it with app-home. And in our home component HTML, we're going to paste the content which we had before. So here where you see the dots, it's because the file is not saved. So on each one, let's just save the file. And when it refreshes, we actually see that nothing has actually updated, which is a good sign. It means our website is working as expected. So I just refresh the page, go and click on hero, but now we see that all of a sudden we just have our exclamation mark. And that is because on our home component we had this title, which is no longer showing because title is shown in our app component.ts. Here we have title equals 0 to hero. So now what we actually want to do is within our home component, we want to just create this title, which is a string. And this title is going to equal 0 to hero. So there we have it again. Now we can also see that the color which we had before, which was in our CSS, has also been taken out. And we can also just move that into our home component. So just some things to bear in mind. As we can see, the information which is in a certain component is local to that component. There are ways that we can actually check other components to see what information is and then update it. But the best method to actually use is a service, so that no matter where you are, you're always going to a particular service to look for any changes and then doing an update, as opposed to going to each individual component. So you're just keeping all of your work centrally, and as we go through we will learn more about that. So here we have our home page, and I've been trying to rack my brain on what we can actually do with the site to actually show different aspects of Angular. And one idea which I have is to do a mini maths game, so mathematics game, where young kids can perhaps learn how to add numbers together. So starting from numbers between 0 to 10. So adding two numbers that make up a number between 1 and 10. And as we go through, we can perhaps add different levels, etc. So that's where I'm perhaps thinking to take this course. And this other tab would be the maths game tab, which I think we will be creating. So to do that, we want to generate a new component. So if you just go up on your keyboard, you see the last statement you created, and I'm going to say maths. So here we're going to create another component which is called maths. So now we have two components, one is our home component, the other one is the maths component. And if we remember before, in order for our maths component to show, if I just close down these tabs which we no longer need, we need to add app-maths. And if we save it, so now we have the 0 to hero, and we also have MathsWorks. So now we actually showing these one on top of each other, which may not be ideal. What we perhaps want is when we click on home, we just see this 0 to hero main page. When we click on other, or we can actually rename this to say maths. Let's say learn maths. Then we actually just want to see the MathsWorks. So to do that, one method that we could use is a routing component. So we could actually add some routing to our framework, and that will allow us to actually switch between them. What do you guys think? Do you have any ideas on what we could do? Let me know in the comments below, and in the next video we'll see how we can actually achieve that.